follow your rules at all time, because it will definitely make you a damn good trader when you follow your rules, when you stick to the plan and do what you need to do. Trust me, I know, because once I put my rules in place and said no to what I was not going to do, shit got a lot better. So I got to give you guys a quick update because I have not been trading on the series account. All right? Let's look at this, y'all, because I've been trading on my other account. All right, I got into Palantir, QQQ, and I also did one on Apple. But we are up $317. And the reason I have been hesitant to trade on our series account is because I feel like, I don't know what my obsession was being with Palantir. If you watch the other videos, I've been listening to Palantir. And it might got a little something to do with that rally that we saw back in February, because I was able to get into that, and I wrote that shit all the way down to like $78, $79. And I had runners because I had 5 contracts. So I was selling along the way as we were going down. And it took a little bit of time to kind of push all the way down, but I had some months out expiration dates for it. But it is getting back to a heavy supply zone at the top, okay? Right up in here around that 220, 225 zone is where I'm looking at. And so there is a slight possibility that we're going to be pushing back up there. I would not be surprised if Palantir makes its way back up to around 212, 213, 214 area. If it does, and it breaks some of those resistance, we could very well be pushing back up to that 225. But this is something to think about, though. Something to think about. When a stock that pushed up like that, okay, let me go to the 1 hour so I can kind of get a clear view of this thing, okay? When something pushes up like that, and it begins and it pulls back like that. Like it went from 125 and it pulled all the way back down to those high 60s, like around 70, 69, 70, up in there. When pullback like that happens and it begins to rally back up to that all-time high, it's a huge guarantee that it's going to break and it's going to push even higher, because when it hit there, a lot of people probably bought to ride this thing out for long term, to ride it back up to these very levels. Now, it could push up there, and then people begin to take profit. They're selling out, and they're pretty much consolidated, and that shit starts to ride all the way back down. That is sort of what I'm counting on for Palantir. Okay, and because it's getting back up there to that zone, it's like, okay, this could be the perfect opportunity to get back into another foot. Get me a month, 2 month out, maybe three expiration, and ride it back down. Now, will it go all the way back down like it did last time to them 60s and 70s again? Possible. We could see some of those resistance become support levels now. Okay, so it just all depends on how this thing moves, and it's just our job to react to what we see on the chart. So I'm just looking at that, and I had a couple of others because I had some students that sent me some levels, like McDonald's, Neo. I'm not too excited about Neo. Neo is one of the ones you got to get in um, at a heavy supply or demand to ride it up or down, because they don't. Neo doesn't move massively. Like it may move 30, 40, 50 cents. It may move $1 on the day. Okay, so it doesn't move heavily. Its biggest moves are seen over the course of time. So something like Neo, it being such a very low cap stock, I think it's like $3 or $4 now, if I'm not mistaken. If it does get back to that $5, 5.50, 5.50 level, we could probably expect some downside there, because if I'm not mistaken, they had like a heavy supply zone up there. So kind of, if you're looking at something low cap, low risk, Neo could be one. But when I trade something like that, or if I do, I get a shit ton of contracts, because that's the only way you'll see some really heavy profits there with that one. So not too exciting there. They sent Apple, of course Tesla, Intel. It was a bunch of them on my list, but Palantir has just been on my mental, and I just been watching it. And so I just really feel like it's a possibility we may see something else like what happened back in February. That shit rallied up and then it started raining down over the last few months. And now that it's going back up, we might break it, but we just have to watch for a heavy level up there. And one of the things when it comes to playing with the top is that we have to be gentle because once it breaks a old high, start making new highs, we don't have a whole lot of data to go by for where the next resistance is. So we just kind of have to wait it out and we just kind of have to really react to what we see, take profit, and we take our profit. And and just kind of do it like that. But I feel like this we may be entering another rinse and repeat type thing from February, so that could be where my mind is with this one. And if it plays out the way that I think it might, the series probably gonna be over by episode 3, episode 4. But I'm gonna still keep it going. I'm gonna do like $1,000 to $500 challenge or $1,000 to $2,500 challenge to kind of keep this thing going. But um, yeah. So the thing is this too, you don't have to trade every day. You don't have to force trade. There were some setups that I saw, but I traded them on my other account because I have more capital over there to actually get into those trades. So on the series account, we got $317. Okay. So we got what $683 to get to our $1,000 goal. So I don't want to come over our series account doing too much, especially considering I'm day trading over there, and then on the series I'm swing trading. So two different things that I'm looking for on both sides of the charts, and both sides of my account. So either way, it's still going good. My goal was to come out of this thing with the entire series being a winner, but we just have to see. Every trade is a winner. Um, and is it possible? Absolutely. It just depends on how much you're doing and what type of trading you're doing. And because we're holding, we're not trying to do too much. Of course, not overstaying our welcome. Get in, get out once our profits present themselves, and nothing is indicating that it's going to keep pushing up or down, whichever way we're trading this thing, and do that and work on our next position. So I really just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Um, on episode 3. And I'm definitely looking at this thing Monday. So I'm going to be watching Palantir Monday in that pre-market to kind of see what we're working with. If we hit up there at those levels in that pre-market or, going in throughout that day, then I would probably make our move. Probably. Okay, we got to see how it reacts up there. And I'm going to kind of keep you guys updated in my YouTube posts with what I'm looking at, some levels that I'm looking at on Palantir, and a couple of others as well. Because even though I'm fixated on Palantir right now, I'm also kind of flipping through some others to kind of do. So just in case we see a good setup to go ahead and enter, then we can do that over there. That's another reason why I don't want to risk our entire account on one trade. Because although I want to focus on one trade a day, well, not one trade a day, one trade at a time over here, we could potentially do more than one. It just, not overdoing it and having a damn good reason for why we're entering more than one for the series. So I'm going to keep you guys updated. I just want to keep you guys, update you guys on that. So the goal is to have episode 3 up for us to make our move, enter our play, and start preparing for that episode 4 once we kind of get there. So I hope you guys have a great week. I got to start getting these. I got a bunch of trading journals to get out, and then also the not navy blue, light blue, and the white ones. Will be restocking next week. So I got to get these out. Get these trading journals out. If you haven't gotten your trading journal, you can find them below. As you can track over 200 of your trades in this journal. Um, Also, I have it right here at the front. Your rules. Do not forget to fill in your rules, especially if you've been trading. You know what the hell is working and what's not working for you. So make sure you are putting your rules in your journal, putting them somewhere. I don't care if it's a whiteboard. I don't care if it's on a sticky note. Put it somewhere and follow your rules at all time because it will definitely make you a damn good trader when you follow your rules when you stick to the plan and do what you need to do. Trust me, I know, because once I put my rules in place and said no to what I was not going to do, shit got a lot better. Okay, so do that. And then when you buy things, you get a free notebook to take your notes in. Y'all, I use up so many damn notebooks when it comes to writing down my plan, trying to get some things going. Because in the journal is just tracking the trades that you're entering and exiting, your emotions. You know, why did you enter it? Did you follow your rules? All of that stuff. So you also can have something additional to where you write your notes down, writing your thoughts down, and some additional things to just kind of lead um into your trading day. Okay, so the whole goal and point of the book is to track one trade a day. So that means where you it's like helping you not overtrade. Okay, so it's just like stick to one trade a day. And if you don't, I ain't judging. Hey, I ain't judging, but that's just kind of what it's about. And that way, you are not, you lose a trade. You aren't trying to go on a revenge trading spree, and you're just doing shit on the market. Now you're losing and blowing your account. So that was my whole goal with these journals, um, and things like that. So they are available. You can find them down below. I have more colors coming in so that if you want to color code them, someone said that they use the pink one for their losing trades and the black one for their winning trade. So I'm like, I didn't think about that because I'm really putting all of mine in one. I've used up three of my journals so far. It used to look a little bit different from when I did it, but I use little sticky notes and I just kind of rip it and I stick them on there to mark my trades, my wins, my losses, and my ones that I just kind of broke even on. So that's just a way that you can kind of do it so that you can refer back to the pages to where, okay, let me look at all of my wins and my losses and kind of see what went on there. So that's just a hack. But someone said they use theirs for, one for losses, one for wins. I think that's a damn good idea. And it actually gave me an idea for how to make these next journals, like doing like a second edition of them. So track your trades, keep your rules visible, follow your rules, um, and just keep up with what's going on in your head when you're trading and what happened and what's going on at the moment that you enter and exit your trade. So that's how we learn and that's how we better ourselves as traders. So I genuinely hope you guys have had an amazing trading week so far. And I am done trading right now. And because the series continuing that Monday, I'm done trading. I have made my money. I have had some damn good plays this week. I did have a loss, but overall the wins outweighed the bad. So I am good, y'all. I'm about to get these orders packed and out, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.